Hi everyone. So before I start my informative speech, I want to show you my audience. Shania, cameraman, what's up? My director and producer, what's up? Janacia. And there goes the guy of my life, Jay. Say hey, Jay. Hi. So my speech is what I would do if I won millions of dollars. What I would love to do is just fall off the face of this earth and have fun. But what I would actually do with it is something positive. I'm all for, as you guys know, family, and I'm all for growth and development. So what I would do is start a foundation where I would fund 100 women, at least 100 women of color. My fund and foundation would be called Future Queens. This would instill myself funding, again, 100 women, full 4-year ride to any SUNY of their choice. As long as, we're approved, all the paperwork is together, and they are ready to go. And the college is pretty much waiting for their money, which I would give them, of course. This will also include room and board. It would include anything, necessities, toiletries, maybe even clothing. We do need professional clothing, as you can see for our speech here. We need professional clothing as part of our speech, so I would fund that as well. I would fund keyboards, beds, anything dorm related. They would literally just have to go there and do good. I would like to point out that we are strong in numbers. The reason why I point that out is because not enough women of color get recognized for their attributes. Not a lot of women of color, I would say, we don't recognize each other. We don't help each other. That's just a personal experience of myself. I would definitely be an advocate of reaching out to these women, just being a point person in their education, seeing where they're at, seeing where they need help. I would fund any tutoring that they need. The reason why I would focus on women of color, because I honestly feel we have it harder. We have to struggle harder. I am a woman of color. I'm a woman of color in college who unfortunately does not get the assistance that anyone else may get. So unlike myself, I would want to help someone else. I have daughters who are women of color, and I make sure that my oldest, who you saw as part of my audience members, she is in college. I make sure she gets everything she needs. I want to spread that love. I would ask people, even on Facebook, Snapchat, social media is very powerful. I would ask people to help me not only find potential candidates, but also help add to the fund, add to the cause. I feel knowledge is power. We're nothing. One thing I always tell my daughters as they grow up, they can take away your clothes, they can take away your jewelry, they can take away your cars. They can leave you just stranded, nothing. But one thing no one can take away is your education. So if I would say each one teach one to our youth of color, our women of color, it will go a long way. One stipulation about my program would be, once you graduate from school, you have to come on board as a member, and you have to nominate the next person for a candidate for potential scholarship funding. This way it spreads. One thing, word of mouth spreads like wildfire. In my profession, I have learned that better service you get, the more your name goes around. The worse service you get, it goes around even faster. I want to reverse that saying. The better someone is education-wise, and they knew that they got help from me with nothing in return but to do good in school, I can help someone else. They can help someone else. And this can be where not only I fund, but now I have big corporations funded. And I would stress the fact to only deal with people of color, not to be discriminative. It's just, I feel, again, my culture, we have a long way to come. We have a long way to go. And I want to make us beautiful and more powerful. So again, like I said before, it only takes the word of mouth. Have the conversation around my funding. That's the way I think I will be successful with my plan for if I won $1 million. And that's what will keep me going I like to follow people like Bill Gates, Bezos. They started their dream with nothing. I feel if I did win $1 million, yes, I'll have a little bit of fun, but I definitely would put this actually into play. I really would put this into play. I'm sorry, my little audience member is having a little conniption, but we're gonna keep on. As they say, the show must go on. She wants attention. It's bedtime. But honestly, to keep on focus of what I'm trying to do. This is honestly a real thing I would love to do. This is not just for the speech. I would love to start this. I want to start this with my daughter who's becoming a teacher. And again, just word of mouth. Word of mouth. It can start with $1. It doesn't have to start with $1 million. Once we grow and once we know and once we show, we can become very successful with future queens. My children are future queens. It doesn't have to just end with my children at all. If I start talking to even college members that I know, I'm in the banking business, I can start word that way. It'll grow. So in closing, this is what I honestly would do with my money. I definitely would take care of my family first, but I want to see everyone succeed. That's just the way I am in life. I want to see young women grow and show. So I want to show you my audience again, let you know that my people are still here with me. Shania.
Woo, last speech.
Yes.
Yay!
Don't hang up yet. I want to just say one thing. Professor Barkle, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for giving me a chance to do this speech as well. You never gave up on me, even when I went through my hard times. You always had a word of inspiration. And I want to also thank my family. I could not have done this without you guys. You rock. Woo! And this is why I'm successful, because I have a good support team.